The right place at the right time. See how out-of-state firefighters saved someone's life this weekend after a downtown shooting.
And temperatures are dropping and we're expecting to be freezing overnight. I'll let you know what to expect for Monday morning.
Plus, the Indy Ignite playing in front of a sold-out crowd. See how this team is inspiring young girls far beyond the volleyball court. Thanks for staying up late with us, and we start tonight with a violent weekend downtown. Several shootings in the heart of the city, and tonight, someone critically hurt in a stabbing. Officers rushed to the scene on Delaware Street around 8:30, just north of Luger Plaza. Medics took the victim to the hospital in critical condition. Right now, police think the stabbing stemmed from a fight between a group of people. And all of this happening after multiple shootings this weekend, too.
This is not what we want Indianapolis to be, and this is not what we expect out of the citizens of Indianapolis. We expect them to be safe, come downtown, have a good time, and be able to go home as the same way they came down here. So we will hold these suspects, once located, accountable for this crime.
Right now, police do not have a suspect in the stabbing. Officers were out looking for possible surveillance video. If you can help investigators, contact IMPD or Crime Stoppers. Gunfire downtown overnight left 3 people hurt, and that includes a shooting at a restaurant right near Lucas Oil Stadium. IMPD says the shooting on South Street injured 2 people, and one of them is alive tonight thanks to firefighters in town for a conference. When gunfire turned the downtown White Castle into a crime scene early Sunday, some key customers happened to be sitting inside.
I'm glad that we were there to render the aid that we needed to. We were kind of in the right place at the right times. 3 firefighters from Georgia here in Indy for the annual FDIC Fire Department Instructors Conference. Their first night in town, they saved a life. Around 3:30 a.m. while waiting for food orders, gun violence exploded outside the restaurant.
Heard gunshots ring out.
And then somebody says, hey, there's a guy laying out in the parking lot.
People start, getting down in the restaurant.
Once they made sure it was safe, the firefighters took action. They say the victim had been shot multiple times in the neck, hip, and stomach.
I grabbed some gloves and napkins, and then we went out there and started trying to just assess him.
And we just started dressing the wounds the best we could until ambulance got there.
We kind of know what to do and expect, so we didn't really have to talk much. We just kind of went there and got the job done.
I talked to PD and, kind of give them a rundown so they can let the incoming ambulance crew know. We help load them up, and they're probably on scene less than 2 minutes and they're out to the hospital.
A shooting victim critically hurt, but alive, thanks to these out-of-state crews.
We did what we had to do to give them a good opportunity for a good outcome.
Now, IMPD says they found a second victim from the White Castle shooting a mile south on Madison Avenue. He's reported to be stable. Metro Police also tell 13 News witnesses are cooperating, and there is surveillance video from that shooting. It apparently shows a disturbance at the restaurant that police say could help their investigation. IMPD police reports show 2 shots fired calls right in the heart of downtown overnight as well. One at the Hilton Hotel on Market Street, another on Monument Circle. Nobody was hit by gunfire there, but on Monument Circle, the police report shows officers arrested 2 teenagers and seized a bag of weed and 4 guns, including 2 AR-15 style rifles. Well, tonight, we've learned a car crashed through the side of Belzer Middle School in Lawrence. Police tell us when they got there, no one was inside the car, but there was evidence that alcohol was a factor. The crash caused significant damage to the building, but Lawrence police and firefighters are now working with the school district to ensure the structure's safe. We have also reached out to see if this will impact classes tomorrow. We will keep you posted on air and on WTHR.com. Rob?
Well, we are looking at temperatures to drop overnight tonight, and the big concern is that we're going to get down near freezing. But take a look at where we are currently. We've got 30s to the north, 40s across much of central Indiana, and even some 50s showing up. And the real key to what we're going to see for overnight low temperatures is going to be the leftover cloud cover. There is still a little bit that is blanking the southern part of central Indiana, and that's helping to keep the temperatures mild. It is expected to move out, but the longer it stays in place, the warmer our temperatures will likely be, and it's why we're expecting, that's actually morning low temperatures for tomorrow morning, not tonight. Morning low temperatures tomorrow morning are expected to be around 30 degrees. We do have freeze warnings that are in place for much of the area, including Indy. The farther south you go, the temperatures aren't expected to be quite as cold, but still frost is going to be a concern. I think tonight will likely be much colder than where we were yesterday morning, or this morning I should say, with frost a concern. 30 is our expected low temperature, but your mileage may vary. You could be as much as 3 or 4 degrees either side of that. I'll talk a little bit more about the warm up that's on the way coming up.
The Indy Ignite are back in the win column. Tonight, they defended their title as the best team in Major League Volleyball. And as our Samantha Johnson reports, they did it in front of a sold-out crowd.
Oh, what a night it was inside the Fishers Event Center. 6,500 fans here to witness the battle between the top two teams in the league. And fans we talked to say what's happening on this court is so much more than volleyball. The Indy Ignite versus Dallas Pulse.
Indy Ignite was very good last year, and they're even better this year, so I think it's going to be fun competition.
I love that we can bring our little girls here and let them see all the really good players, right?
Those players, for the first time this season, playing in front of a sellout crowd. The overwhelming support for a women's team not lost among fans of all ages.
I think it's so special because it's just like a moment everybody can remember.
Just voices for women and seeing women succeed, it's awesome. Sharing this time with my daughter.
This is my first time being here, so I'm just learning about this. I didn't even realize we had a pro team until recently, and being here to be a part of this is really cool.
The Ignite are wrapping up their second season, clinching a spot in the playoffs and bringing out-of-staters to Indianapolis.
Yeah, it was so fun last year, so we thought we'd come again.
In the end, the Ignite put out the Pulse in 4 sets, winning their 11th straight match at home.
It was exciting to see sell out when there's so many times when there's not a lot of people here, but just to see so many people come to support women and especially women's sports, it's really important. And it's amazing to be here and experience this with everyone.
So the Indy Ignite only have 4 more regular season games left. Only 2 of them are here in Fishers, and those you can watch on WTHR+. So we have all the information for you at WTHR.com. In Fishers, Samantha Johnson, 13 News.
We know the Ignite game was packed with fans, and a few hours earlier we saw some Hoosiers and Boilermakers there for the IU and Purdue volleyball match. IU football player Aiden Fisher was signing autographs. He was, of course, part of the team that clinched the Hoosiers' historic 2025 national championship. Let's talk Indiana Fever. They are now back on the court, starting their first training camp of the off-season. Our Eli Gain was there Sunday morning as the team started to put in the reps, including Caitlin Clark, now back from injury.
Training camp for the Indiana Fever is finally underway ahead of a season that is full of a lot of optimism with this team that was just a game shy of going to the WNBA Finals last season. We know all the injury issues that plagued this Fever team a season ago, and still able to make that run that they did was very impressive. So there's no wonder that this team is going to be expected to be back in that position, if not even further, with all the roster movements that they've made during a pretty dramatic offseason that saw the CBA come to a new agreement, which allowed Aaliyah Boston to become the highest paid player in WNBA history. It saw Kelsey Mitchell sign a Supermax contract as well, but it's also going to be a season where we see Caitlin Clark returning to the floor for year 3. Only played in 13 games last season, dealt with a severe right groin injury, had an ankle bruise that kept her out for a majority of that year. So now she is back. They have the core in place, and with some different pieces around, there's a lot of, again, optimism with this Fever team heading forward, especially with CC running the floor.
I'm the person that doesn't want to sit out a single rep. I want to be in there every single time. I just love competing and I love playing, and none of that has changed, but I think just being a little bit smarter with my body and understanding what it takes. And I think especially through camp days, these days are really long. You're on the court 2.5, 3 hours and putting in a lot of stuff. So, taking care of my body at this point in the season is probably the most important thing.
She does what she does. I think the thing I want to see is I just want to see her play with joy. It was such a hard year. A year ago, when you're going through injury, it's tough. When you're in and out, it's tough. When you're not able to do what you love, it's tough. And so I want to see her play with joy. I want to see her enjoy the opportunity that we have and this team that we have, and go out and do what she does best.
So the Fever will have training camp the rest of this week. Then they will have their first preseason game of the season on Saturday when they travel to New York to take on the Liberty. At Gainbridge Fieldhouse for 13 Sports, I'm Eli Gain.